Hi everybody and welcome to the Mental Toughness and Body Show. My name's Rob Evans and I'm your weight loss coach, health strategist and internationally published author, helping take your mindset, your health, your business, your life from where you are right now to becoming unstoppable. And today you're joining me on a walk, so you might hear some nature sounds and people chatting as we go by. We've just moved into the second lockdown the last couple of days here in Victoria due to COVID. And it's early Sunday morning and there are so many people out walking. It's really nice to see. Like there's dozens and dozens of people out walking, and I've been on a very long walk and I'm on my return back now. And I thought it would be a good opportunity to talk to you about how we can set ourselves up for success even in the face of adversity. Now, obviously we're in lockdown right now. You may be in lockdown too, some sort of restrictions. You may be about to go back into some restrictions. So just watching what the World Health Organization is saying yesterday, that we've just hit a new daily record for the amount of COVID cases. Things, even though in some states of Australia they're opening up and winding back, it's getting worse and worse. And if you think it can't affect you, then you're probably wrong. I mean, whether you're going to recover from it or not is probably highly likely that you will, but everybody seems exposed to this. So we have to make sure that we have a plan, because if you plan for the best, then if the worst happens, then you still got a good plan in place. And this is what risk mitigation is all about. And for me right now, I'm thinking we're supposed to be scheduled to be shut down for 6 weeks. I think it will be 12 and even beyond that, because the number of cases that we have in our state, it grew even more yesterday, 288 yesterday. Keep in mind that we've been going from 0 for a number of weeks to then single digits, and then we've just had this explosion and it's just growing exponentially. And because we're still waiting for test results to come back from this testing in the last week, I expect it to go even higher. And most of it all seems to have come out of one source. And you think if one source can not spread this so far and wide across metropolitan Melbourne, then you're mistaken. And when you've got, like in the US, you've got 55,000, I think it was yesterday, that have been infected, then how far do you think that's going to spread? We've got somebody with a chainsaw down here, so sorry if there's a bit of background noise. You're out in nature with me today. So it can spread very quickly everywhere. So there's a high probability that you could be locked down again if you're not already. So what I'm thinking is, how can we do it better this time? Because it doesn't matter what it is that happens in your life. If you do something for the second time, there's no excuse for not doing it better than you did in the first time. So I'm looking at, what did I do firstly in the first lockdown? What were the things that really worked for me? And to do this, I think you've got to really write it down so that you can make sure that you don't get to the end of this lockdown and you say, man, I really should have done this, or I didn't get as much done because this happened, or whatever. It's easy to come up with all excuses under the sun, but there's no excuse for not having a plan and being a better person, a better version of you, a healthier version of you, getting better outcomes than you did last time. There's just no excuse for it. The only thing is stopping you is your mindset. So let's build that mindset from now, so that if you are in lockdown or it is coming your way, you can do it better than you have before. So last 90 days, I was so focused on all the things that I needed to do, and every single day I got up, I had a purpose, I got it done. It was super successful and productive. This time I'm looking at the things, what could I be doing this time? And so I already know. So this time round I'm focusing on communication and systems. How do I do those things better with my list? So that is systemizing a whole bunch of things, making sure that I've got really strong communications in place to really drive my business to that next level when we come out of this. And if you think, oh, well, when are we going to come out of it? Well, who knows? We really have no idea. But what we do know is that one day we'll get to the other side of this. We don't know when it will be, but we know it is going to happen at some point. So what we can do is put ourselves in the best possible position so when that happens, it's bang, we're like this. Because guess what? If you're running a business, your competitors are probably not going to do this. Now, there are a number of fortunate businesses, certainly in Australia here, that are continuing to go as normal. Some are thriving, they're getting more done, creating more business, more income than they've ever had before because they work in a field that is relevant to the crisis, but most of us aren't in that situation. Most of your competitors are going to be probably just kicking back, complaining about what it is that's going on and how wrong it is and how bad it is and when's it going to open again, and focusing their energy on trying to get more money from the government as opposed to how do I make this work for me? How do I get better outcomes for me on my own merits? That's the important thing. So let's create a plan for it. So write down all the things that you want to achieve either right now or when you're in next lockdown. What could you do differently? Because I'm assuming everyone around the globe has been locked down at some point. What could you do differently? How could you get better outcomes? What are the top things that you'd be focusing on for your business? What are those things that you've always wanted to do for your business? You said, man, only if I had more time. Focus on those things. Write them all down. Think about your health and your fitness. I'm sick and tired of seeing on Facebook how people are talking about coming out fatter rather than fitter in that first lockdown that we had. Now we're in the second one and we're in winter here. What do you think is going to happen? People are just going to give up. Don't give up. This is the time for you to give some more focus on it. What's interesting is like right now I'm out having a walk. I've never seen so many people walking out here and it's winter. Now why are they doing that? Because they're not allowed to go anywhere else. So it's like, okay, well I'll do this. So what are they normally doing? Probably sitting around at home because they know they can go out later in the car, go shopping, do all these things and use those things as distraction. Instead of getting out and exercising, getting some fresh air, moving your body. Focus on how can you get better food into your system. So now that you're at home, rather than eating all the crappy food, don't buy the crappy food. That's the first thing. Focus on giving yourself nutritious, nourish your body. Make sure you do it in a way that is going to really serve you well for the long term. Create some really uplifting health and fitness goals for this next lockdown period. Remove all the excuses that you have in your mind around time, not having access to a gym, whatever those things holding you back in your headspace are, and just say, do you know what? I'm going to make these things work for me. I'm going to find a way to make them work. Success comes from having the right mindset, and that doesn't mean just think positive thoughts. That means having the right mindset and taking action every single day to make sure you would achieve it. But if you don't have a plan, you're going to get to the end of this period of time and say, well, gosh, at least I did this. It's a time to raise your standards higher than you've ever had them before and say, wow, everybody's finding this really tough, but you know what? All I see is opportunity. I see the opportunity to grow myself, grow my business, take my life from here to where it is that I want to get to, because I might not have this opportunity again. And rather than say, well, I hope we never have this opportunity again, think about, well, yeah, I may never have this opportunity again to get so much done. That's what I thought after the first wave. And you know what? I got so much done and I thought, wow, wouldn't it be nice if it happened again? Because look how much more I would get done next time. So it starts from the mindset. Then you've got to have a plan to specify all the things that you want to get done. Challenge yourself. Set your standard high. And if you fall short of that, you've still done a lot more than you would have done if you didn't have a plan. So this is an exciting time. Grab it with both hands and get out of it everything that you can. I'm also really excited about the upcoming weeks because I've got some interviews lined up with some really special people, some Olympic gold medalists and some other key people from around the world, just giving us their insights into their mindsets. I mean, imagine just getting an insight into what it takes to win a gold medal, and I've got multiple gold medalists lined up for interviews, so keep an eye out for that. That will be super exciting. You have a great day wherever you are in the world. It's Sunday here, and I'm spending the rest of the day doing some planning for the rest of the week, getting some things done that I couldn't normally get done in the week, and just being super productive. So have a great day wherever you are. If you want to find out how you can work more closely with me, then you go to mentaltoughnessandbodyshow.com, scroll to the bottom of the page, click on the link there, and you can schedule a free consultation with us. Love to connect with you and see how we can be of assistance. Have a great day. See you tomorrow.